The year was 1924. A former soldier named Adolf Hitler was arrested for treason. While he was in jail, he wrote a book called Mein Kampf. Mein Kampf translates to My Struggle. Mein Kampf discussed Hitler's views for the German future. It also surveyed his plans for the Nazi Party. His plans were that Aryans, people of Nordic ancestry, would rule the world eventually. Aryans are people that commonly have blue eyes and blonde hair, yet Hitler didn't have blue eyes and blonde hair. The book also described his views on Jews in Germany. He said they could never be fully German. He also thought that Jews would take over Germany.
On January 30th, 1933, Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany by Paul von Hindenburg. This put Hitler's plans that he showed in Mein Kampf into action. On September 15th, 1935, Hitler instituted the Nuremberg Laws. These laws were similar to the Jim Crow laws in America, but that they took away people's rights. They disallowed Jews to have sexual relations with non-Jewish Germans. It disallowed Jews from getting married in Germany. It took away Jewish political rights. Hitler made these laws to protect the German blood. It also forced Jews to wear a yellow star to identify them.
To further Hitler's plans to destroy the Jews, the Nazi Party started Kristallnacht. Kristallnacht translates to the Night of the Broken Glass. On November 9th and 10th of 1938, Nazis burned synagogues and other Jewish buildings, hurt Jews, and sometimes killed Jews. About 30,000 Jews also got arrested and were sent to concentration camps.
There were 4 major concentration camps that the Nazis used to destroy Jews. Auschwitz-Birkenau is the most well-known of the camps. It's also the most lethal of the camps. Auschwitz was 3 camps in one. It was a prison camp, a slave labor camp, and an extermination camp. It had 4 gas chambers which killed Jews with a gas called Zyklon B. It also had 2 corpse chambers and 2 cremating ovens. 85% of people that went to Auschwitz died there. That totals out to 1.1 million deaths at Auschwitz. Treblinka is another major camp. It was a slave labor and an extermination camp. Treblinka was less deadly, but it was more hurtful psychologically to the Jews. People were stripped of their clothes, separated by gender, and forced into the showers where they died. The Nazis called the gas chambers showers to make the Jews feel better. About 850,000 people died at Treblinka, and there were 1,000 prisoners daily. Buchenwald was mainly a prison camp. There were significantly less deaths there. The prisoners at Buchenwald made V-2 rockets. Those rockets were used to bomb Allied cities. The people at Buchenwald worked 12-hour shifts with little food and water. 43,000 workers died at Buchenwald, while 10,000 were sent to extermination camps. The population of Buchenwald reached 80,436 prisoners and Nazis before the Nazis evacuated. Dachau was the first concentration camp that the Nazis made. Dachau was established only 3 weeks after Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor. Every other concentration camp was modeled after Dachau. They experimented on Jews there. It was also a prison and experimentation camp.
On January 20th, 1942, Adolf Hitler and 4 other Nazi leaders met at a conference they called the Wannsee Conference. The Wannsee Conference made the Nazi final solution. They coordinated what they called the final solution, the Jewish problem. The final solution is the systematic murder of all the Jews. They estimated that 11 million Jews lived in Europe. At the end of the Holocaust, the Nazis killed 6 of 11 million Jews in Europe. They were all forced in the ghettos awaiting their deaths. The Jews were shipped in cattle cars to the extermination camps so they could be killed. Most were sent to the gas chambers, while some were sent to the prison or worse. About 1.5 million children alone were killed in the Holocaust.
January of 1945, the American and German troops invaded the concentration camps. 7,000 prisoners were freed from Auschwitz. The prisoners were too sick to survive after the camps. Refugees were put in refugee camps, and they took months to recover. Hitler eventually killed himself in a bunker in Berlin after the liberation of the camps in April of 1945. That event marked the end of the final solution and the end of the European World War II.